You say, if he steals, how can he have gurus? Take a look at this line of the Dharma Flower Sutra and say but once Namo Buddha, they have realized the Buddha way. Even though at that time he was a thief, he planted gurus through his recitation, and so in the future he can certainly become a Buddha. This is called vigor in opposition and in accord. Even though he was a thief, he still recited the Buddha's name. The Buddha did not help him steal the heavenly spirit's head, but the Buddha does treat everyone equally. Those who recite, be they good or evil, obtain the same efficacious response. Hearing this, you should not make the mistake of thinking, if the thief recited the Buddha's name and stole the heavenly spirit's head, I will go recite the Buddha's name and steal perhaps the earth spirit's silver head or maybe some valuable human head. You cannot get away with this. The thief who stole the heavenly spirit's head knew nothing about the Buddha Dharma. Perhaps he had heard someone say in passing, it is good to recite the Buddha's name, and so when he was afraid, it occurred to him to recite it. He had certainly never studied the Buddha Dharma. Students of the Buddha Dharma should take care not to use the awesome virtue of Buddha recitation or lean on the Buddha's light to help them deal with impurity. You cannot do that. Once you have studied the Buddha Dharma and know that stealing is against the law, if you go ahead and do it, your offense is doubled. This is something you should all understand clearly. Why do I bring this up? It is because there was once a monk who, before leaving home, had been in the army. Later, he studied the Buddha Dharma and had great faith in Buddha recitation. Before he left home, he himself recited and he led others in recitation. 5 or 6 years after he left home, he ran off to Dao Mountain in Hong Kong, where they specialize in convincing those who have left home to return to lay life. When the monk got there, he took a job as a cook. Those who left home always went off their vegetarian diet when they went there. As cook, the monk thought that because he recited the Buddha's name, he could save the living beings as he killed them. So as he cut off chickens' heads, he would recite Namo Amitabha Buddha. He thought that by reciting, he could cross the chickens over as he killed them. But in the end, when he had been there for a little over half a year, he went insane and died. So you cannot do this kind of thing. Everyone should be particularly clear about it. If you deliberately violate the precept, the offense is tripled. He had no authority to do such a thing. It is true that reciting the Buddha's name will save living beings. If you have the power to see that as you kill them, they are not for sure being beyond in the Buddha of ultimate bliss. That is one thing. But if you cannot actually see it happen, if you do not have the power, you cannot. You cannot just say, I'm hoping that they will be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss. That is not good enough. Hearing this account, do not misunderstand it and think that as long as you recite the Buddha's name, you can create offenses. Those who recite the Buddha's name should not commit the smallest offense or make the slightest mistake. I knew that monk personally. Later, he went insane. When he went insane, he wanted to see me. He knew that if he could see me, perhaps he could have some hope of eradicating his offense karma, but he never did get to see me. He was called Hsuan Hua and was the grand disciple of the Venerable Hsuan Sutra, be it from Buddhas of the past while existent or after their existence. Those who have heard this Dharma, who realized the Buddha way. The world-honored ones of the future are limitless in number. All of these thus come ones will also speak the Dharma of expedient devices. All of the first come ones, by means of limitless expedients, help all living beings to enter the Buddha's non-outflow wisdom. Of those who have heard the Buddha, none will fail to become Buddhas. Commentary, be it from Buddhas of the past, while present, or after their extinction. Perhaps they were in the world, or perhaps they had entered Nirvana. Those who have heard this Dharma, if there are those who have heard the wonderful Dharma Lotus Flower Sutra, they have already realized the Buddha way. Because all Buddhas of the past have spoken this sutra, all Buddhas of the present are speaking this sutra, and all Buddhas of the future will speak this sutra. All those who have heard this wonderful Dharma have already accomplished the Buddha path. They have all become Buddhas. The world-honored ones of the future are limitless in number. They cannot be counted. All of these thus come ones will also speak the Dharma of expedient devices. They will first speak the provisional teaching and later return to the real teaching. All of the thus come ones in the 10 directions by means of limitless expedients, employing countless Dharma doors, help all living beings to enter the Buddha's non-outflow wisdom. They cause all living beings to obtain the non-outflow wisdom of the Buddha. Of those who have heard the Buddha, hearing this Dharma simply means hearing the wonderful Dharma Lotus Flower Sutra. None will fail to become Buddhas. Of those who have heard the wonderful Dharma Lotus Flower Sutra, not one of them in the future will not become a Buddha. So we are now able to hear this sutra, and in the future, each of us will have the opportunity to become Buddhas. Several thousand years ago, Shakyamuni Buddha gave us all predictions of future Buddhahood. Therefore, we who had the opportunity to hear this sutra should not take ourselves lightly. In the future, you can become a Buddha. You should not think that reciting the Buddha's name is such a simple thing to do. We recite the Buddha's name once and do not find it difficult. And why is it not difficult? It is because our karmic offenses are not all that deep. People with karmic obstacles may want to recite the Buddha's name, but they are unable to do so. They are obstructed by their karmic obstacles, so they cannot recite even if they want to. Take Devadatta, for example. He could only recite Namo. His karmic obstacles were so heavy he could not say the word Buddha. An event in China also took place, which proves that those with heavy karmic obstacles are unable to recite the Buddha's name. In China, during the Southern Song dynasty, there was a great minister by the name of Qin Kui. He had a few gurus, and so he was very intelligent and placed first as a Chuang Yuan, or a top scholar in the imperial examinations. But after he became an official, he grew envious of the worthy and jealous of the talented. In this way, he created a great deal of offense karma. One of his worst deeds was to have Yue Fei murdered. The offense karma he had created was extremely heavy because the earth star bodhisattva had a close affinity with him. He came to take him across. He made a plan in advance. I will go there, and if I can just get him to recite the word Buddha, I will release him of all of his offenses. Then Earth Star Bodhisattva turned himself into a bhikshu and went to see Chin Gui. Chin Gui was at the height of his political career, a prime minister to the emperor. When he saw the monk approaching, he called to him and engaged him in a conversation. The monk exhorted him to recite the Buddha's name, but he would not do it. He said, "You really should recite the Buddha's name, a man in your high position." But he refused to recite it. "What use is recitation?" he said. He simply would not say the word Buddha. All Earth Star Bodhisattva wanted him to do was to say the word Buddha once, and then he could free Chin Gui of his offenses. But Chin Gui refused to say it. Then Earth Star Bodhisattva manifested spiritual penetrations. He used his whisk in the 42 hands. There is one called the white whisk hand, isn't there? Those who have left home carry them to brush away the mosquitoes. Anyway, Earth Star Bodhisattva brushed him with his whisk, and Chin Gui was forced to kneel in front of him. He wanted to get up, but try as he might, he could not do it. Then Earth Star Bodhisattva held out his palm and said, "Tell me what word it is that I am writing on my palm," as he wrote the word Buddha. All Chin Gui had to do was to say, "That is the word Buddha," in order to be freed of all his offense karma. But what do you think Chin Gui did? His heavenly eloquence burst forth, and he said, "When young, I was a top scholar. Now I am #1 emperor scholar. Every piece of literature in the country must first be shown to me. If I could not even read that word, how could I have become a prime minister? I can read that word all right, but I will not say it for you." All he had to do was read it, but he would not do it. Seeing this, Earth Star Bodhisattva realized, his offense karma is indeed heavy. There is really no way I can save him. Later, Chin Gui fell into hell. This proves that recitation of the Buddha's name is no simple matter. Why should we ordinarily recite the Buddha's name? In preparation for the time when our lives come to an end, and we will need to do so. If we will need to recite when our lives are coming to an end, why not just wait until then? Why do we have to recite now, you ask? Everything is a question of habits. If you do not do something as the rule, then when your life is drawing to a close, you will not remember how to recite the Buddha's name. That is why, now, in ordinary times, we should learn how to recite and cultivate the pure land of Dharma. When then our lives are over, we can be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss. Why should we be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss, you ask? It is because of the vows made by Amitabha Buddha in the causal ground when he was a bhikshu named Fatam, Dharma treasury. He made 48 vows and said, "After I have become a Buddha, for all the living beings in the 10 directions, if there is one who calls my name, who recites my name as Amitabha Buddha, I shall certainly guide them to my land. They can come to my land and eventually realize Buddhahood. In my land, the pupil will be transformationally born from lotus flowers, and their bodies will be clear and pure because of the vows made by Amitabha Buddha. All living beings now who cultivate the Dharma of Buddha recitation will find it the easiest of the Dharma doors. In the Sutras it is said, of those beings in the Dharma ending age, not one in a million who cultivates will obtain the way. Only through the practice of the recitation of the Buddha's name will they be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss and thereby be saved. Now it is the Dharma ending age, and it is appropriate for all of us to recite the Buddha's name. In the West, however, it is not the Dharma ending age. You could say it is the proper Dharma age. This is because the Buddha Dharma has just been transmitted to the West and is just beginning to flourish. Many Americans like to sit in dhyana meditation. This is a sign of the proper Dharma age. But the Dharma door of Buddha recitation can be cultivated in the proper Dharma age, and it can also be cultivated in the Dharma ending age. The Dharma door of Buddha recitation can be cultivated during any period at all. So, if you are not making progress with the other methods of work, you can cultivate the Dharma door of Buddha recitation. Dhyana Master Yung Ming Shou said, with the dhyana and with the pure land, one is like a tiger with horns. That is, if you investigate dhyana and recite the Buddha's name, you are like a tiger with a pair of horns. In this life, you are a teacher of pupil, and in the future, you can be a Buddhist patriarch. Therefore, genuine investigation of dhyana is the same as genuine investigation of the pure land. Those who genuinely recite the Buddha's name are just genuine cultivators of dhyana. To explain it at an even more basic level, those who genuinely uphold the precepts are just genuine cultivators of dhyana. Those who genuinely investigate dhyana are just genuine upholders of the precepts. Those who genuinely lecture on sutras and speak the Dharma may do nothing else, but they are nonetheless genuine investigators of dhyana. A few days ago I said, penetration of the sect, penetration of speech, samadhi and wisdom are perfect and clear, and there is no attachment to emptiness. To be able to investigate dhyana and also to lecture on the sutras is called penetration of both the sect and speech. For one understands both the practice of meditation and the method of lecturing on the sutras. To speak even more deeply, those who genuinely investigate dhyana are just genuine holders of mantras. Those who are genuine holders of mantras, true cultivators of the sacred school, are just genuine cultivators of dhyana. The 5 schools of Buddhism, dhyana, the teachings, the vinaya, the sacred, the pure land schools, although they are said to be 5, are fundamentally the same. Ultimately, one, non-dual. Not only are they one, but there is not even the one. If there is not even the one, how could there be 5? Those who truly study the Buddha Dharma should understand this point. Some people say the Dharma door of Buddha recitation is the highest, and the Dharma door of investigation, dhyana, is incorrect. Others say the opposite. This shows that they do not understand the Buddha Dharma. For those who truly understand the Buddha Dharma, all dharmas are the Buddha Dharma, and none of them can be obtained. There is not any dharma that can be obtained. Therefore, why add a head atop of your head? Why look for trouble when there is not any? If you really understand the Dharma, there is no Dharma that can be obtained. But if you tell people who do not understand the Buddha Dharma, there is not anything at all, nothing, they will feel disappointed. That is why the Buddha spoke the provisional wisdom for the sake of the real wisdom, the provisional Dharma for the sake of the real Dharma. But in the end, what is the real wisdom like? It is just non-attachment. It returns to the unobtainable. The real mark is unmarked, and yet there is nothing not marked by it. That is the true, real wisdom.